Suki teas. This is a niche product. Talisker single malt Scotch whisky. This is a niche product. Waggle Dance honey beer. This is a niche product. Vimek Easy Move Stairlift. This is a niche product. The Cake Tasting Club. This is a niche product. Too sweet. I love the nuts. This morning I came across a really interesting fact around Ferrari. Everyone loves Ferrari, don't they? I mean, it is art on wheels. It is beautiful. It is a brand that is excelling in reaching the limits and just exudes quality and I guess a richness. It's a fantastic brand, Ferrari. Awesome machines that they're building. But what I learnt this morning was that they only build around 7,000 or 8,000 cars a year. What they've said is that they've capped the number of cars they're going to build, that by 2019 the maximum number will be 9,000 cars. So it's been around 7,000, 8,000, around that sort of area. There's some growth in there, but 9,000 cars. Now, let's just put that in perspective. In 2013, Ford produced 2.4 million cars. 2.4 million. Ferrari are making a tiny number of cars. And this whole thing made me think about the idea of niche. Now, niche is so good. Niche is so important if you're a small business person, if you're running a small business. Having your niche is a really critical thing. If you are too generalist, then it's so difficult in a small business to have an impact. You really need to think about how do you maximize your presence in a particular niche. So for us, it's clearly management. Developing people's skills in management and leadership capability areas. And that's our niche. That's where we need to stick. I guess in the past, I wasn't so clear about that when we first started, despite calling ourselves iManage Performance Limited, and I guess having manage in the title of the business. There was a sense in which we would pick up any training that we could in those early days, no matter what the topic was. And I think really as we've matured as an organisation, we have learned much more clearly where our niche is, what it is we do really well, and how we help organisations best. And I think it's obvious we should stick to that, and you should stick to that. If you have a business idea, it's worth thinking about how do you capitalise on the niche? What's your 9,000 Ferrari philosophy? How do you limit yourself so it stays elite, it stays quality, it stays deep rather than shallow? And if you're a big organisation, you can do the wide thing, you can do shallow and wide. But if you are a small organisation, I think you're always better heading for that deep knowledge and capability in a very narrow area. So think about that. If you are building a business or you want to build a business, how do you define your niche? Thank you. Take care. Bye. This is a niche product. Oh yeah, right. Okay, so we've just arrived at Euston Station from Coventry. Had to stand all the way. But I want to give you the 6 reasons I think for a small business that a niche is good. Okay, number 1 is that it keeps you focused. To have a strong niche means that you will not stray, you'll be focused on the one thing you're doing, and that will give you much more energy and progress, because in a small business you're too small to be spread thinly over a wide range of things, so you really need that narrow focus to keep you on track and keep you doing the right stuff. Okay, number 2. It's easier to find your clients when you work in a niche. They're more obvious to you. You know who you're targeting much more. Okay, number 3. It's easier to be an expert because you're focusing in a particular area and you become an expert much more quickly. Okay, number 4. It's easier to get referrals because people understand you and what you do for them. I've forgotten what number 5 is, hold on. Number 5, simply, there's less competition. And finally, number 6, your marketing will be tighter. It'll be more focused and more targeted. Okay, penultimate stage of the journey. Down the tube, get over to Victoria. Haywards Heath, 1830, no platform number, and it's 1830 now. Let's see. Okay, train's cancelled, industrial action, and that means I am actually having to get a train that will get me down to, hopefully get me down to 3 Bridges, hopefully, and then I'll change there to get to Haywards Heath. Okay, so road trip nearly over, back at Haywards Heath. So that's been Monday leaving home, getting back Thursday night. But that's okay, 7:30, not too bad. Thursday night, bit of the evening left. And a day in the office tomorrow, so looking forward to that. So don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to leave your comments, and I'll catch you tomorrow.